Welcome back to another Ashes creation video. This time I just wanted to do like a little sort of update video on how the last weekend of the non-NDA sort of testing went, do you know what I mean? And then obviously what it was like to actually stream the game as well. Now I do want to mention something. Everyone should know this anyway, but it wasn't a content test. We weren't technically there to show off all of the great content that's in the game so far, because most of it, whether it's been created or not, isn't even in the game yet, do you know what I mean? There's so much things that are just basically placeholders that are just there just to sort of see you along, do you know what I mean? So yeah, so we won't talk too much about that. At the end of the video I will, because there is something I do want to mention, because obviously what are we now? We're now Monday the 12th, right? So we tested it on Friday, Saturday, and then I did test it again on Sunday. I just didn't stream it, and then I'll sort of tell you why I didn't stream it on Sunday. I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit of a nightmare, but we'll get there. So like in general, this was supposed to be a test for, you know, similar to all the other tests that we've done during NDA, do you know what I mean? Server load, rubber banding, general performance. You know, what was it like with so many people trying to log in at the same time? Did the servers crash? Did they go down? You know, all this kind of stuff, right? All this kind of like server architecture kind of stuff, right? Which is absolutely fine, right? I have no problem with that. I have no problem with testing that. I've been doing that for the past 5 or 6 weeks, right? Or when time can allow it, because I know the servers come up really late in the EU times for the previous testing, so a couple of them I've missed. So in terms of that, then absolutely like perfect. If anybody's seen my stream, again, so it's twitch.tv/LiamH. For anybody who did see that stream or streams over the weekend, you know, you'll see that like rubber banding, almost none. I think I maybe like one minuscule instance of 7 or 8 hours of gameplay, if not a little bit more, probably more, probably about 10 hours of gameplay. I think I had one single instance in the entire weekend where I seen a bit of rubber banding. My initial login, you'll see if you go back and watch the VOD, or in my previous video, I've captured the opening 30 minutes of the entire gameplay once those servers went up. We initially logged in and I'm floating and I can't move. Control and T, which is the key you use to basically refresh where you are. Boom, absolutely fine, worked, no problem. Running around the initial starter area when there was at least 100 people running like really close proximity, the FPS dropped down to like 20 to 30, which was really bad. It did feel a little bit, you know, like you were running through sand, but it wasn't like the hardware side of the game, if this makes sense. It was literally the networking side of the game trying to process so many people. But literally once we got out of that starting area, not a single problem, do you know what I mean? I was walking around most of the map at like 90 to 110 FPS, do you know what I mean? Obviously my PC, as you can see in the background, it's decent, it's a good PC, do you know what I mean? There's a 1390 in there, do you know what I mean? There's a 5900X AMD CPU, do you know what I mean? 32 GB RAM, it's a good PC, do you know what I mean? So it's going to run this game pretty well. And it's not even been optimized. So most of the map, like I said, bar the starting areas, most of the map I was running around at 90 to 110 FPS, which is what I've been doing for most of the tests anyway. So that was all good. I think the servers only came down, or at least my one did, the EU West server only came down once or twice in the entire weekend for some maintenance. Again, to be expected, absolutely fine. What they did, because they had this 2-hour maintenance right on the Saturday afternoon for me, probably early morning for US people. What they did, I'm not too sure, but basically, obviously, we stopped streaming for 2 hours, we come back, and then all of a sudden, it was like I had 0 dropped frames in my OBS. For any streamers, you know, I had 0 dropped frames from I'm trying to think what side it would be now. Rendering, like that was it. 0 drop frames. Once we come back after the 2 hours of maintenance, my stream kept dropping to like 55 FPS, 50 FPS, dropped frames here and there. I'm like, what was going on? They've done maintenance, but somehow, I don't know, they've added like, they've added something to it, which is now making it a lot harder to stream. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? That was a bit weird, but I've no idea what that was. Again, by the time the game comes out, I presume all that will be ironed out. So yeah, in terms of what they wanted us to test, it was absolutely fine. Do you know what I mean? Things went well. It was a good test. Do you know what I mean? You know, I'm pleased with it. Now, the only slightly negative thing I'm going to say here, and it's only negative, it's hard to say this in a negative way because it's not a content test. That's what they kept telling us, right? We're not there to test the quest, to test all this kind of stuff. But at the same time, they Intrepid Studios released this game, or this Alpha 1 version of the game, of course, under non-NDA, which meant they wanted people to bring out YouTube videos. They wanted people to bring out they wanted people to bring out, you know, live Twitch streams, you know what I mean? There's people out there with 120,000 viewers, 1,000 viewers, 500 viewers, 20, 30 viewers, whatever, right? So they wanted to, I'll tell you what, whilst we're doing this, I'll show you a little bit of the game footage that I created myself, do you know what I mean? If we switch over here. So here's me sort of playing the game in the background, do you know what I mean? At this point in the testing, I'd kind of give up on questing. So this is the one negative thing I wanted to say, and the biggest thing that I hope Intrepid fix as soon as possible, or else during this month-long testing period, where again you can stream it, YouTube videos, which starts on Wednesday the 15th, I think that is 12th, 13th, 13th, whatever it is, 14th or 15th, right? Yeah, probably the 14th, Wednesday the 14th. I'm probably not going to stream this game a lot. I will play it and I will test it, which is the purpose of being involved, right? But I'm probably not going to do it on stream. Now, the reason why I say that is, at one point, I had 11 quests in my queue. Yeah, at this point, I'm level like 5.5. I had 11 quests in my queue. 9 out of the 11 couldn't be finished. Either handed into the final NPC, or the next mob that you needed to kill was just completely and utterly wiped out and bugged. You know, this is another book. Okay, so this is one of the funniest books. So as you can see here, here's me, like, slight off topic here, but I went and you can see I'm submitting the bug report, right? Not the greatest of bug reports that I'm about to submit on your screen here, simply because you can't sort of like save a draft and then go back and then see what's happening and then write more information. So quick thing on the bug reporting system, please allow to save as a draft, Intrepid. Do you know what I mean? Because I would like to write a bunch of stuff here and then go back and test that again and then test it again and then test it again to see if I can repeat this and replicate the issue. But for this, I'd have to use a notepad, and if I'm streaming it, I don't really want to be using a notepad typing to the stat. Do you know what I'm saying? All I'm trying to say here is I don't mind testing the game. I don't mind filling out proper bug reports, not the one that you're about to see on screen, which is like a two-liner. Do you know what I mean? A one-liner. So yeah, please allow us to save us drafts, so then we can like, save a draft, go back, test more on the stream and showcase it, test more, and then add more to the bug report and come back and then open it up again and then submit. You know what I mean? Because this is really annoying to do it while streaming. Off stream, not a problem. I can just open up a notepad, write a bunch of crap to the side, repeatedly test it, and then submit the bug report. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, so what I was about to say about the question is 9 out of the 11 quests I had at one point, right? You couldn't hand in either the final NPC didn't even exist. There's just like a metal frame there, which was a placeholder, I guess, or the NPC wasn't there. You go to the quest location on the map, it would say speak to like Donnell, I think was one of the people. You go to the exact location, and you're there, and there's no NPC there. You're like, what's going on here? Do you know what I mean? Or some of the mobs were bugged. You would kill them or whatever. They wouldn't count. So in terms of streaming the alpha, it was incredibly frustrating. Do you know what I mean? So frustrating. Just because, like, I was trying to show people in my community, do you know what I mean? Like, oh, look, you know, we can now progress. We can go further into the testing area. So we don't have to do the level 1 to 5 stuff, which I've done about, you know, 10 times now. It's I get why we're redoing it. I'm not complaining there too much. I'm just trying to say it was incredibly frustrating. So please, Intrepid, if anybody from Intrepid sees this video, and I'm sure you've seen other live streamers say pretty much the same thing. I know Paradox Gaming said the exact same thing after I hosted over to him, and I raided over to him, and I said, listen, the questions crap. He didn't see my message, but then 10 minutes later, he was like, yeah, there's questions. Fuck. So please just fix these quests so then we can at least hand them in and get the XP from it, and then progress in the testing area, so then we're not just stuck in the same level 1 to 5 area. Do you know what I mean? Just so many quests that were bugged, man. Like I said, 9 out of 11 current quests bugged. I mean, come on, it's just frustrating, that's all. Like I said, I'm not trying to bash it too much, because again, not a content test, but at the same time, you're giving us the streamers, us the YouTubers who have access to this game, to showcase it to the communities. You're giving us these quests to do. If they don't work, take them out the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't send us on a wild goose chase for fucking half an hour running all the way around across the map and then get to the final hand-in location and then it's not even there. You know, it's not finished. Just take those quests out and add quests that do work. Do you know what I mean? That's all you're gonna do. So if we jump back over here anyway. So yeah, so like I said, I'm not trying to bash it there, but that was the most frustrating part about the entire testing weekend for me in terms of streaming. If I wasn't streaming it, I wouldn't have cared. I would have gone up to this quest location like I've done in the previous testing and gone, oh, it doesn't work. But pretty cool, you know what I mean? Easy. But because I was live streaming it was just frustrating, and I was getting so many people going like, dude, just like, because they were looking at me going, we can see you getting a bit frustrated here, we can see you getting a bit down because you're trying to show us the game, but at the same time you're trying to show us the game, but it's just not working for you. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? See, like, maybe stop streaming the game, which was in the end is what I did. Do you know what I mean? I didn't stream it on Sunday. I did play a little bit, I did test a little bit, but I just didn't stream it because it was just wasn't worth it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so that's what I was trying to say. Anyway, so in terms of the entire weekend, I would give it like a 7 out of 10. Do you know what I mean? In terms of all of the 7 points are for how the service performed, lag, rubber banding, you know what I mean? All this kind of stuff was almost flawless, and then I'm taking away 3 points because you released this game for us, Intrepid, so we could stream it and showcase it. But then, and you give us quests to do, not a content test. You give us quests to do, but so many of them just didn't work. Do you know what I mean? Even after I even went back to all of these quests after the maintenance, thinking maybe that's one of the things they fixed. It wasn't. So my hope and prayer is now for Wednesday. Is it the 14th? Wednesday the 14th, when this month-long test reopens again and you can stream it again. I'm gonna go straight onto it. Wednesday. I'm not working Wednesday, so I'm working Thursday. So I will be available to stream this live. If I get to those same 9 out of 11 quests again and they just don't work, I'm out when it comes to streaming the testing. I will still test the game. I will still put in all of my feedback and any suggestions that I may listen to. I don't know, but my prayer is just fix those quests so we can at least it's streamable then. Do you know what I mean? If that makes more sense, because, and I know I'm not, and this is how I know I'm not like wrong about this. The amount of people I come across, other testers that I know. So we were speaking to each other in Discord. Like I said, Paradox Gaming. I was watching him, and I even did a clip of it. Do you know what I mean? I clipped him saying it, and I was sending it to the other guys that I was speaking to. Do you know what I mean? I was like, look, even this guy's saying it. This guy's got 1,000 viewers. He's saying it. You know what I'm saying? And he knows a shit ton about the game. So yeah, like I said, really enjoyed it. I just wanted all the quests to work. Or at least a high percentage of the quest to work. It just ran really well, so I'm excited. This was just a quick update, Jimmy, on that. So for anybody who didn't get a chance to see any streams over the weekend, there you go. So it's one more quick thing now at the end of this video. If you want to check me out whilst I live stream this game, just click in the description box down below. There's a direct link to my Twitch. You don't even have to remember LiamH. You can just go to Twitch and type in LiamH. I'm the only LiamH on Twitch, right? Drop me a follow in advance. When you see me go live with Ashes of Creation, jump in. Even if I'm not streaming Ashes of Creation, if you want to come in and ask me questions about how it's gone for me or anything, even if I'm streaming a completely different game, that's absolutely fine. My chat is open for that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? And then the final shout out for this video: if you want to be a legend, drop a like, some comments down below on how it went for you, if you did stream it, or if you gave it a go, or if you don't even agree with me, if you think I should stop being slightly negative on terms of like all of these quests that didn't work, you know. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you'll bash me for that. We'll see. So yeah, drop a like on the video and click that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're really close to 300 subs, so if we can get there, that'd be really nice. But yeah, we will be live streaming this again on Wednesday, the 14th of July. Fingers crossed those quests get updated and it works, and then we can actually do more. I want to test and stream the sieges and some more of the higher end bosses that are available level 1 to 15. Also, apparently there could be a new class coming out, like the ranger kind of class. Do you know what I mean? The archer kind of class. So I want to check that out if that's available. I really want to check that out because I think about playing a strider in the long run. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, guys, listen, thank you very much for checking out the video, and we will catch you for another one probably in a couple of days. Let's go.